Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to set up your Motorola Edge 60 Neo. So this is the full setup guide for beginners, so there's nothing hard in it. What are we gonna do first is we have our welcome screen. We can change our language once we tap here. We can choose the languages that are mostly supported, or we can choose every other language here. Now we got the vision settings from the start, so we have the display size and text, magnification, select to speak, and TalkBack. So if you have some vision issues, for example, you can easily just click on display size and text. You can go over, make the font size bigger, and now it is normal. So now it will be normal for you. We're gonna leave those settings. We're gonna click done here, and we're back. We're gonna click start. And as you guys can see, first question is if we want to set up using another device. So if you have any old information on your device that you did not back up to your Google account, for example, I would recommend setting it up using another device. It takes a long time, but trust me, it's better than just going over and just giving it all through a third-party software or something. So it's much faster here, but it's still very, very slow. So I'm gonna skip this method. Actually, there's no point. If you have everything set up on your Google account, you don't need to set it up like this. And now we're gonna choose the Wi-Fi network. So we're gonna select the network and enter the password and click connect. Once you click connect, you should be able to obtain your IP address and connect to the network. You should then be redirected automatically to the next screen. And as you guys can see here, we can improve some Motorola products. So we can disable it, for example, if we don't want everything to be tracked. Now we have the optimized battery use, but you can change that in the settings, for example. And here we have smart updates. I would recommend enabling it. Here at the bottom, we need to scroll down, make sure that you read the statement, and click on accept and continue. Now the phone is getting ready, and soon everything should be set up. Next, we can set up our Google account. So we can do it from here, and this is the best method. We're gonna go over and enter our email, and if your mail ends at gmail.com, you don't have to type it in. So you just click next, and you should be redirected into the password page. So once you're redirected to the password page, then you simply enter the password and go over to the next one. After you enter the password, it will ask you who will be using this device, and of course you select that you will be using this device. If you set this device up for your child, you select the second option. They don't really matter, it's all the same, just some extra steps and precautions on the child side. But if you select I will be using this device, this is what will happen. First, we're gonna agree to the terms of service, and then it is getting our Google account info, it's getting everything, so it can seamlessly just connect. Now we can connect to the mobile network, and what we need for it is a SIM card or an eSIM. So it depends on what type of card you use. I'm a big fan of SIM cards, the physical ones, and I rarely use eSIMs. But if you want to use the eSIM, you just click on setup eSIM, and now you scan it from the carrier. So you need to scan the QR code. Now we're gonna enter the SIM card. So what you need for this is basically the SIM tray opener and a physical SIM card. So let's go over. First, let's just put our phone like this. And you may notice that the opening is right here. There's no way to open it without our SIM tray tool, which we need to put right here in the hole. Now we want to push it in, and we want to hear a little bit click. Now it is going down, and it's best if you have some nails to remove it. Here, let me just place the phone like that for now. Here we have our SIM. So as you guys can see, we need to set it up with how it is on the picture here. So we're gonna put our SIM like this. As you guys can see, it went in without any issues. It is flat right here, so we are 100% sure that it went in. And now you need to place it inside. Now make sure that it is flat, and you should be able to see your carrier soon. As you guys can see, now it is loading everything up. Our SIM is inserted and we are 100% sure about that, so now we can skip it. As you guys can see, we basically set it up. That's all for the setup. What are we gonna do here is enter a PIN, so we can change the security options. We can do the pattern, PIN, or password. I always do the PIN, and I always put 1 2 3 4 5 6. I know that it is unsafe and this is not the best password, but here you just enter yours, and you want to make sure that your password is not guessable easily. Here you can unlock with your fingerprint, so we're gonna set it up. We're gonna go over and click got it. Now we need to touch the sensor, and as you guys can see, when you see the check mark, you have to lift your finger and touch it once you so you need to lift off when you feel a vibration and then touch it again. You want to make sure that it does the full square here. And as you guys can see, one more time, we got our fingerprint. We can add another, for example, for your other finger or for family member. We're gonna click done here, and here we can copy apps and data. We're gonna click next, and here we can restore data from another device, so we can see which backup we want to download. I'm gonna download the latest backup, and as you guys can see, we have to confirm your other and the phone on the screen lock. So if you don't have your screen lock, then you need to click don't restore, and then you will do it from the Google settings. But here you can click next if you remember your screen lock. You need to enter it, and then you can choose what to restore. So we're going to choose all apps, contacts, device settings, and we're going to click restore. Now as you guys can see, it is restoring our data, and it says that we can easily continue setting up our phone. Here I would recommend using the location, so whenever you lose your phone, you still have the location. And basically all of those settings, I just keep them the way they are. Here we want to click turn on backup so that it backs up our device. Now we're going to click next and choose our browser. So I always choose Google Chrome or Brave. Brave is really good. Chrome is also really fast. Now we can click set as default, and now we choose a search engine. So of course the best ones are Google and Brave. I'm not really sure if anybody uses DuckDuckGo. If you do, then you can tell me in the comments. But I'm gonna select Google, and once we select Google, we're gonna click set as default. Here we can continue the setup to have your device fully configured with Google services and more, or leave now and get a reminder. We're gonna click continue because we want to make sure that we set it all up right now, and we're gonna click I agree. Here we can ask the assistant for a couple of things. We're gonna click on agree, and here we're gonna click more, I agree, and we will probably either have to say something like hey Google and etc. to unlock it so it recognizes our voice, or it will be instantly. As you guys can see here, we have some additional apps, and apps will be downloaded over Wi-Fi. As you guys can see, there's no way that you can for example delete them from here, and you will just have to uninstall them once you're on the screen if you don't want them. Now our phone is getting ready, and it all should be done in a couple of seconds. So of course it says that this may take a few minutes, but it always says it, and it can take less than that. After less than a minute, as you guys can see, we are on the next one. Here you can do the email only, notification only for your Motorola. I'm gonna skip this because I don't like receiving the mails, and I'm gonna click no thanks. Here you can use the live lock screen, so you can see various things on your lock screen. I wouldn't recommend using it if you want your wallpaper to be static, and if you want to set up, for example, your kids, your friends, and etc. on your wallpaper, then this feature won't be really needed. We're gonna click next, and once you click next, here you can choose the navigation style. So you have buttons or you have gestures. Now gestures are definitely smoother for me, and I'm not a big fan of buttons. It all depends on the person, so it's all up to you. It's your phone. Here you can decide how you want to navigate it, but I'm gonna go with gestures and I'll show you how to use them. Now we got the theme, so we can choose our device theme and we can customize this later in the settings. So the light one is the best for basically anything, so you can see it in the sun and etc. Dark is definitely the best to save your battery, because this screen is so good that if it has like a dark pixels on them, then it just turns this part off. So this is some kind of OLED, and that's how you can easily save some battery. Now transition is of course the best setting because it changes throughout the day. It depends on the time. So for example, if you go to sleep at 1 p.m. Or 13 hour, and you wake up at 21st hour, which is 9 p.m., you will go from light to dark. Now I'm gonna choose light. We're gonna click next, and here you can set up parental controls, so you can set up the family space app with your kids. Now I'm gonna skip it because I do not have anybody that I would invite to the app. And as you guys can see, hello Moto, our custom software is designed for you so that you can make it yours. We're gonna click finish, and here we can explore something like Moto tips. We can personalize this already. We can do the Moto app, Moto account, but we're gonna click go to my home screen. And now we're gonna click got it. Here you have discover new apps. As you guys can see, I would recommend clicking continue here. And here you have all of the apps that you can download. So this is really bad. I wouldn't recommend. I would just skip it, to be honest, because I don't want bloatware on my device. But as you guys can see, we set up our Motorola Edge 60 Neo. It was a really short process. The video is only 12 minutes, so it's really fast for setting up a phone with a backup, of course. And that's it. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.